we'll do a little bit of anaphysio before we deal with your chest tube thoracostomy concepts, guys, para mas maintindihan niyo siya, okay? Guys, this one is basically your lung tissue, correct? Yes, 2 lobes, that's your left lung. 3 lobes, that's your right lung, correct? Yes. And then guys, we have a pleura, the one that's directly attached to the organ. What kind of pleura do you call that? You call that your visceral pleura. Kasi kapag visceral, that's the one closely attached to the organ as nomenclature. Tama? Yes. So this one is the visceral pleura. The one that's outside, attached closely to the chest wall, you call that your parietal pleura. Correct? Yes. So therefore, the space in between your visceral pleura and your parietal pleura, you call that your intrapleural space. Okay? And what's very important to know about the intrapleural space, friends? This one is in always and all the time in a negative pressure. So, never forget, guys, negative pressure lagi ang intrapleural space mo. That's the reason why, because of that negative pressure, the lungs remain inflated at all times. Why? Because when you say negative pressure, the simplest definition of that is when it's able to exert a vacuum-like force. So vacuum, para bang sucking force for higop force. So vacuum force, sucking force, that's what you mean when you say negative pressure. So sino nag-hold ng negative pressure all the time? It's your intrapleural space. So the negative pressure in the intrapleural space, that's the one keeping the lungs inflated no matter when you exhale. Tama? Yes. So, guys, yung concept dito is CTT, you use that when there is loss of the negative pressure. Ginagamit mo siya kapag nawala ang negative pressure. Kasi imagine, the purpose of your negative pressure in the intrapleural space is to keep the lungs inflated. So once it's lost, what happens? Lungs will collapse. Tama? Yes. So probably you've heard of this, like your pneumothorax. Tama? Yes, so yung mga ganong klaseng bagay. So, when the negative pressure in the intrapleural space is lost, what do? You need to restore the negative pressure. And how do you do that? You do your chest tube thoracostomy. Malinaw ba? Yes. And then, oh guys, inside the intrapleural space, meron tayong allowable na fluid amount. Tama? The fluid there, you call that your pleural fluid. Correct? And the purpose of your pleural fluid is to make sure na there's no friction every time there's rubbing between the visceral pleura and the parietal pleura. Correct? When the lungs expand during inhalation. Tama? Yes. Okay? So guys, yun lang yung basic anaphysio natin dito. Okay? So guys, CTT or your chest tube, ang pangit na writing ko, thoracostomy. That one. Guys, first, define natin. Ano ba talaga tong CTT, ma'am? Basically, guys, when you say CTT, these are your bottle systems. So, kumbaga, dito sa Philippines, bottle system, okay kung nakaraan ka pa talaga. Pero guys, in the Philippines, we already use the new type of bottle system. So, aside from saying that it is a bottle system, you can also now call it a chamber system. So, ibig sabihin, dati, we still use bottles. Kaya may 1 bottle system, 2 bottle system, 3 bottle system, correct? But ngayon, it's already a one big parang cube kind of bottle, okay, or container divided in 3 different chambers or 2 different chambers, okay? So, ganun na siya ngayon. So, that one is what I'm going to teach here, correct? Yes. So guys, it's a chamber system inserted where in the intrapleural space. And the purpose is simple, and that's to re-establish your negative pressure. So guys, re-establish. Kasi may negative pressure na ba talaga sa intrapleural space? Correct. Nawala lang ba talaga ang pressure na yun? Yes, because of problems. Correct? We'll discuss later with regards to the indication of your chest tube thoracostomy. So you have to re-establish the negative pressure. Why? What's gonna be the cause if you re-establish negative pressure? You're gonna promote lung re-expansion. So see the word re-expansion. Ipa-expand natin ulit yung lungs mo na nag-collapse because of what? Loss of the intrapleural spaces, negative pressure. So when you restore the negative pressure, will that also re-expand the lungs? Correct. Okay, so yun talaga ang purpose ng iyong chest tube thoracostomy. Malinaw ba? Yes. Okay, so yun yung gusto niyang gawin. So basically, anong gusto mong gawin to restore the negative pressure, guys? Problems inside the intrapleural space. What can cause the loss of negative pressure? When air enters the intrapleural space. For example, pneumothorax, penetrating injury, okay? So yun, pag pumasok yung air sa loob ng intrapleural space, wala na ang sucking force, wala na ang negative pressure. So, loss of negative pressure, lung collapse, correct? So, you insert CTT so that you can eject the excess air na pumasok. Tama? Yes. So, next one. For example, pag nasobrahan ka naman sa fluids sa loob ng intrapleural space. Because remember what I said kanina, di ba? Pag may sobrang tubig dyan, you call that a pleural effusion. If pleural fluid yung nagsobra in terms of amount. You can also call that a hemothorax if blood naman ang content, or emphyema if ever pus ang content because of an infection, correct? Yes, so things like this, like fluid entering the intrapleural space causing loss of negative pressure. How do you drain them to reestablish negative pressure? Chest tube thoracostomy. Air entering the thorax or air entering the intrapleural space causing the loss of the negative pressure. You insert your CTT to drain the air or the excess air para ma-reestablish mo ulit ang negative pressure. Tama? Yes, because when you re-establish the negative pressure, you allow for lung re-expansion. Correct? Yes, so they are closely knit together. Whenever the negative pressure is lost, the lungs will collapse. And whenever the negative pressure is maintained or re-established, like when you put a CTT, the lungs will re-expand. And the patient can breathe better. Correct? Yes, because anong priority sa nursing? ABC ba? Oo, airway, breathing, circulation. Correct? Yes. Okay, so yun yung pinag-uusapan natin dito, guys. So yan, tapos na tayo sa purpose. Guys, ang emphasis natin dito when you say CTT, remember this is a closed system. Kasi again, anong bottom line? We want to re-establish negative pressure. And the only time you can re-establish a negative pressure, a vacuum-like sucking pressure, kailan lang? Pag closed ba? Yes. Pag walang nakakapasok na hangin. Okay? So yun, that's the time you can establish a negative pressure to maintain the closed system of your CTT. So your CTT, closed system ba yan? Yes. So dito naman makikita na once the closed system of the CTT is nawala, that's the time you get problems in your CTT. Okay? Yeah, so ganun yung concept dito, guys. O, makinig na mabuti. Kailan ba tayo naglalagay ng CTT? Ano-ano ang indications? Okay? So, guys, listen. The indications of your CTT, the first one is when you get a pneumothorax. So, simplest definition of a pneumothorax, pneumo means air. Thorax means thoracic cavity. So, air in the thorax. Ma'am, paano nagkakaroon ng air sa loob ng thorax? Isipin mo lang, ang sources ng air sa buhay natin. Is it the atmospheric air? Yes, that's why the first kind of pneumothorax na i-discuss natin, guys, pahapyaw lang para may idea ka. Example niyan is your open pneumothorax. Okay? So, anong example niyan? Open pneumothorax, for example, sinaksak ka ng ice pick sa thorax. So, pumasok pa yung air from the atmosphere in the thoracic cavity? Yes. So, nawala yung negative pressure ng intrapleural space? Yes. Okay, kasi na ngayon, nakapasok na yung air from the atmospheric air. Okay? So, pag nawala ang negative pressure, magko-collapse ba ang lungs? Tama. So, lagay mo dyan example of an open pneumothorax na cause. Guys, penetrating injury. penetrating injury. Tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, ice pick sa tagibiran. Ano pa? Guys, kapag ikaw ay sinaksak ng kidnapper. Okay, same lang yung concept na yun, ma'am. Okay, so yan, penetrating injury. Whatever kind of penetrating injury will cause entry of the atmospheric air inside the thoracic cavity. Exactly your air in the thorax. Exactly your pneumothorax of what kind? Open. Okay, next one, guys, B. You have your closed kind of pneumothorax. So, isipin mo lang, ma'am, if it's a closed kind of pneumothorax, walang entry from the air of the atmosphere in the thoracic cavity. Yes, you're correct. So, next question, saan galing ang air, ma'am? Inside the body, saan dyan ang may air na laman? Exactly, your lungs. Okay, so guys, closed pneumothorax happens when air escapes the lungs. And kailan yan nangyayari? O, look at the board. It happens when there is a rupture of your bleb. Ano yung bleb, ma'am? Guys, o, balik tayo dito. A bleb is a sac, an air sac in the lung tissue that becomes a sac. Okay? Why? Because of prolonged inspiration and when you hold your breath constantly. For example, cigarette smoking. Okay? Vaping. Mga prolonged inspiratory mechanisms na ginagawa natin causing an air sac to happen, and then whenever the pressure inside the lungs increases, when you hold your breath again for the second time, when you smoke, when you vape, can cause the bleb to rupture. And when the bleb ruptures, anong mangyayari? Will the air escape? Yes. And when the air escape, is that now your air in the thorax? Yes, that's precisely your closed pneumothorax. Okay, so rupture of a bleb. Another example, guys, na pwedeng mag-cause ng closed pneumothorax, guys, is that your fractured rib. Yes, or ribs, like your flail chest. Okay? Guys, pag isang rib lang na fracture, fractured rib lang yan. Pero pag multiple ribs, you call that your flail chest. Okay? Wag magkakamali. Magkaiba silang dalawa. So, pag isang rib lang, fractured rib because of a blunt force trauma. Blunt force trauma, meaning not penetrating, not sharp. Blunt. For example, suntok. For example, motovehicular accident. Okay? O, mga ganong klaseng bagay. Yun, causing your rib to be fractured, one rib only, and then that one rib, if ma-penetrate niya ang lung tissue o can cause air to escape from the lung tissue, the air will escape in the thorax, edi nasa thorax na siya ngayon, causing the loss of the negative pressure, correct? Yes, and when the negative pressure is lost, what happens? Lung collapse. Very good. Okay, so pag may loss of negative pressure, may lung collapse, anong gagawin mo? Re-establish the negative pressure by using your CTT. Very good. Ganon. Okay, so yun. Ganon siya, guys. Now, if you have flail chest, multiple rib fracture yan. Correct? So, pag may multiple rib fracture ka, mas higher risk ka ngayon na ma-penetrate niya ang lungs mo and then the air will escape from the lungs. Okay? So, ganon lang yung concept dito. O dito, sa pneumothorax, what do you want to drain? You want to drain excess air to re-establish the negative pressure. And how do you do that? You use your CTT. Okay? O, klaro. Yes. Number 2. Kailan pa? Kapag ikaw gumawa ng intentional na bagay para buksan ang thorax. For example, lobectomy. Nagtanggal ka ng lobe sa right or sa left lang because of cancer, because of problems in those areas, okay, aside from cancer, like infection, trauma, whatever, okay, so yun, lobectomy. Guys, lobectomy, removal of a lobe. Lobe ang pinag-uusapan dito. Remember, ang right mo merong 3 lobes, ang left mo merong 2 lobes, correct? Yes, so removal of 1 lobe, you call that lobectomy. Guys, sa lobectomy lang natin ginagawa ang CTT, okay? Yun lang natin ginagawa ang CTT. Kasi both of the sides, meron pa ring lung tissue. Okay? Pero in your pneumonectomy, removal of the entire lung, either right or left. You do not do CTT. Okay? Walang CTT doon. Why? Kasi gusto natin magkaroon ng consolidation sa area na yun para yung area kung saan may lung tissues pa rin ay hindi mag-shift sa area kung saan wala ng lungs. Okay? To prevent the movement of the mediastinum. When you say mediastinum, these are the organs in the media or the middle part of the thorax. O, mediastinum. Okay? O, sa ganun lang yon. Okay? So, lobectomy lang to indicated, guys. When you do lobectomy, why? Because when you do surgery to remove one lobe of the lungs, will that cause secretions from the cells on those area trying to fix themselves? Inflammatory process, okay? And the blood, the bleeding post-surgery. Yes. So, anong gagawin mo sa lobectomy? Mag-attach ka rin ng CTT to drain your serosanguinous fluids. Okay? Serosanguinous fluids. Ayan. Or even your blood. Correct? Post-surgery. Ayan. Because again, pag may nag-increase na mga fluids dyan, can that cause the loss of the negative pressure? Correct. Loss of the negative pressure can cause the lungs to collapse? Correct. Okay, so do you need CTT to drain the excess serosanguinous fluid and blood post-lobectomy? Correct. Okay, so ganun lang. Guys, number 3, ano pa? Kapag ikaw nagkaroon ng chest surgery, guys. Oh, the closest to this in nursing, guys, your cabbage. CABG, okay? Your open heart surgery, your coronary artery bypass graft. Okay, placing a collateral circulation to allow the heart to be revascularized. Tama? Yes, that's your CABG. And how do you do that? That's an open heart surgery. Open heart, open chest surgery. Okay, so when you really open the chest, will that cause the loss of the negative pressure? Tama. So will that necessitate a CTT to drain excess fluid and excess air that enters during surgery? Yes, to reestablish the opening of the lungs or the pagka-inflate ng lungs. Okay? So, ganun lang yon sa chest surgery mo. And then, guys, lastly, number 4, kapag ikaw nagkaroon ng pleural effusion. When you say pleural effusion, it's when the pleural fluid increases because of pwedeng infection, pwedeng because of cancer, and etc. And then guys, pwede din hemothorax. Ano naman yan? Hemo means blood in the thoracic cavity. So, pwede din yan i-drain excess blood by CTT. Ano pa? Guys, kapag nagkaroon ka ng emphysema. Emphysema, may yema ka sa loob. Yema, sa loob ng iyong intrapleural space. Yema looks like pus. Okay, so this one is blood. Ayan, pus because of infection. Okay, so intrapleural space infection. Yan, emphysema yan. So you want to drain excess pus so that you re-establish the negative pressure. You use your CTT, your chest tube thoracostomy. Okay, so yun na. Basically, it's just to drain excess air and excess fluid, blood man yan, serosanguinous fluid man yan, pus man yan. Okay, so yun. Next is we talk about the placement of your CTT. Saan ba talaga yan nilalagay, guys? Remember, this one is depending on what you are draining. What are you draining? Okay? So guys, if you are draining air, where is air? Air is always up above in the atmosphere. So ganun din ang kanyang situation sa loob ng thorax. Sa taas din siya banda, nagsasettle, hindi sa baba, tapos sa taas ang fluid. Okay? So kung nasa taas ang air, we want to drain excess air, and you put the CTT near the above part. So saan mo nilalagay, guys? Pag air, you put it on the second to the third intercostal space. And then if you want to drain fluids, edi put the tube where the fluids will normally accumulate. Edi sa babanda, sa base babanda ng pleura mo. Yes. So saan mo yan ilalagay? Pag fluids ang i-drain mo, edi 8th to 9th ICS or intercostal space. Guys, next question. How do you confirm placement? Very easy. Whatever kind of tube in the body, you have your X X-ray as the confirmatory for the placement. Okay, so guys, chest tube thoracostomy. Gusto mo malaman kung nasa intrapleural space na siya, doing its purpose to drain either fluids or air, you do your X-ray to confirm placement. Now, if you wanna confirm, for example, NGT nasa gastric tube, anong confirmatory? X-ray. Swan-Ganz catheter, anong confirmatory? X-ray. Peg tube, okay, in the stomach to feed. Anong confirmatory? X-ray. Okay, so marami. X-ray, halos lahat ang sagot. Correct ba? Yes. Okay, so guys, yan. Oh, confirmatory ang X-ray. The next one is, let's talk about your chambers. This one, ang pinaka-importante na gets mo for the board exam. So guys, when you say chambers, we'll discuss all the chambers present. So guys, 3 chambers meron. Or kumbaga, 3 bottles. Okay? So same lang ang concept nila, but I will be referring here your chambers. Okay? So guys, here, the first one is you have your chamber number 1. So, si chamber number 1, guys, the one closest to the patient, yan ang nagda-drain. That's all for your drainage. So, remember, anong drainage sa 1? For fluids. Okay? That's the one that drains the fluids. That's the one where you record the fluid output. Okay? So, guys, as nurses, anong importante dito? Ang iyong nursing consideration when you have the chamber 1 o anong significance niyan? That's for monitoring output of what? Fluids. Okay? Fluids. Yung fluids. Yung air sa next chamber pa yan. Sa chamber 2 pa yan. Sa water seal mo. Okay? When do you monitor the output, guys? Immediate post-op to. Pagkalabas niya sa OR, paano mo i-drain yan? You measure it Q1. Q hourly, kumbaga. Okay? Q1 every 1 hour or Q hourly for the first 24 hours. When do you notify the doctor here? Guys, listen. You notify MD when this happens. When there is more than 70 to 100 ml within 1 hour. That one is reportable to the doctor. Kasi ibig sabihin yan, there's bleeding happening in the patient. And ano pa, aside from monitoring the output, guys, remember, the drainage must not touch the tube or the tip of the tube tip in the chamber 1. Kasi guys, kung bottles to, if i-visualize mo yan na bottle yan siya, ayan, this is your drainage bottle and it's closed. Remember, it's a closed system. And then may tubing dyan. This one directly attached to the patient. When you have your fluids here, okay lang pag nandyan siya. But the moment it reaches the tip of the tubing, that one is dangerous. You have to never allow that. Kasi guys, pag nandyan na ang tubig, guys, babalik ba yan sa patient? Aakyat dito sa tubing and then babalik sa loob ng patient. Yes, and when that happens, it's like you are inducing pleural effusion to the patient. Okay? So, kaya, drainage must not touch the tube tip. Okay? To allow proper drainage and to prevent loss of negative pressure and causing pleural effusion to the patient. Okay? Next one is you have to change the drainage as ordered. And guys, listen, this is the only time changing the drainage as ordered, you are allowed to clamp the tubings. So, ang minimin natin na tubings dito is the one that's attached to the patient. Kasi 'di ba, tubing 'yan. And then ito na yung baga ng pasyente mo. This is your patient. Okay, ayan. So, the clamp is here between the patient and the chamber number 1. You're only allowed to clamp when you are ordered to do so. And when is that? When you change the drainage system, when you change the chest tube of the patient, kapag napuno na siya. Okay? Kasi 'di ba the drainage must not touch the tip? Correct. Yes. So when the drainage starts to touch the tip or malapit na siya mag-touch sa tip, that's the time you change the entire system, okay? And you do that by clamping very quickly. Mabilis lang to guys. Dapat ready ka kung mag-change ka. Dapat nandyan na lahat on the bedside when you need to change the drainage of the patient. Because you have to clamp only for a short period of time. Ano yan? Briefly. Why briefly and hindi pwedeng prolonged? The reason is because we want to avoid your tension pneumothorax. That's what we want to avoid, your tension pneumothorax. Guys, tension pneumothorax is a complication of pneumothorax. Complication yan siya. From the word itself, it's because of tension from air in the thoracic cavity that can cause this complication or can cause tension pneumothorax. Paano yan nangyayari, ma'am? Diba, ilalagay ko ulit ang lungs mo dito. Ayan. O, if this is your lungs, ang mangyayari kapag ikaw ay may pneumothorax, di may air in the thoracic cavity ka, tama? O, imagine those are air. Ayan, air, hangin. Kapag may air na wala ang negative pressure, yes. When the negative pressure is lost, will there be lung collapse? Yes. So imagine ang lungs mo dito nag-collapse na siya, lumiit na siya. Ayan. When you are unable to drain the air kasi nag-clamp ka. Okay? Kasi ano bang purpose ng CTT? Is it to drain excess air and fluid? Yes. Kaya bawal ang prolonged clamping kasi it can cause tension pneumothorax. Gets ba? Kasi pag nakaklamp, hindi makakadaan ang air. Very good. Yes. So guys, briefly lang mag-clamp when you want to change the drainage system. Or else, if nakaklamp yan ng prolonged, you can cause tension pneumothorax. Ano yon? Air gets increased in pressure inside the thoracic cavity because they cannot escape from the tube that is clamped. So, tension pneumothorax will happen. Anong mangyayari dyan as signs and symptoms? Shifting of the trachea to the unaffected area. Why? Kasi the air here that's accumulating because you cannot drain from the clamped chest tube. They will continue to accumulate in this area and then they will cause the trachea to shift in this area, the unaffected area. You call that your tracheal deviation. Kaya guys, the number one sign na may tension pneumothorax na ang pasyente mo, tracheal deviation. Okay? So yan ang gusto mong iwasan. That's why just clamp briefly and then change the drainage as ordered by the physician. So those are the things you need to remember for chamber number 1. Next, we have your chamber number 2. And this one, guys, important to because this is what they call your water seal. The water seal chamber. Now, guys, the purpose of the water seal is to prevent air backflow. Air backflow to where? To the patient. Okay? Yun yung gusto nating iwasan dito. Kaya tayo may water seal chamber. And remember, this is 2 centimeters of water in place. And what's normal here are these things. Minimal bubbling. Meron kang other word for bubbling or minimal bubbling, pwedeng minimal tidalling, yung paggalaw ng tubig sa water seal, or minimal oscillation. Same pa rin, that's the water movement na minimal lang. Okay, why? Because of the air that disrupts the water surface. Okay, so when air hits water, madidisrupt yung water surface, that's the one causing your minimal bubbling, minimal tidalling, and minimal oscillation. So, ma'am, saan galing ang air? Yung air, galing siya sa pagdedrain mo ng air because of pneumothorax or because of paghinga ng patient mo na napupush in niya yung air na nasa loob pa ng thoracic cavity to the chest tube. Okay? Kaya yan may minimal bubbling or tidalling and oscillation. And guys, madalas, the bubbling or the tidalling or the oscillation is observed and it's closely related to the patient's breathing. Okay? Sa breathing ng patient mo. So, anong mapapansin mo dito? When the patient breathes in or inhalation, what happens is yung tubig umaakyat. Up ang water, paakyat. Para bang may sucking. Parang may sucking force na a-achieve. So during inhalation, the water will move upward or the tidaling is upward or the bubbling is going pataas, oscillation pataas. And then when you exhale, or from the word exhale, exit, o going down. Okay, pababa. Okay, pababa naman ang galaw ng fluid. Okay? All because of what? The breathing of the patient. Okay, so ganun yun. And when pa guys, aside when the patient is breathing, the oscillation is present or the tidaling or the bubbling, it also happens when the patient will cough. Ma-observe mo yan. When the patient sneezes. Okay, so kung mapapansin mo, anything that will alter the intrathoracic pressure, that will also produce movement on the water seal chamber. Okay, so normal ba to? Yes, these are normal and expected movements, all because of the air disrupting the water surface of the water seal. Okay, guys, ano naman ang characteristic dapat nitong minimal bubbling, tidaling, and oscillation? That should be intermittent. Dapat hindi siya constant. It should not be constant. Intermittent lang kasi intermittent lang naman ang paghinga mo. So, intermittent yung pag-disrupt sa water surface. Just like when you cough, when you sneeze, intermittent lang din yan. Kaya, intermittent, minimal bubbling, oscillation, or tidaling should be observed or is normally observed in the water seal drainage. But if it is continuous, if this is continuous in the water seal, that's when we have a problem. This means there is an air leak in the chest tube thoracostomy in your system. Remember, it should be a closed system. So when air is leaking, ibig sabihin guys, may air na nakakapasok sa loob ng CTT mo for some reason. And the air comes from where? Siyempre sa atmospheric air. The air in the atmosphere nakakapasok sa closed chamber natin. Di ba? Kasi sabi natin dapat ang CTT, closed chamber yan, closed system. So, pag may butas ang system mo, magkakaroon ng continuous bubbling sa area ng water seal mo. Eh, dapat intermittent lang ba? Dapat nagfa-follow lang sa breathing or sa coughing or sa sneezing ng patient mo. Yes. Pero pag may constant air entry because of atmospheric air, you call that your air leak. The air in the atmosphere leaks inside the CTT or our closed chamber or closed system of CTT. Okay? Kaya this one guys, when this happens, pag merong continuous bubbling observed in the water seal, ang gagawin mo as a nurse first is to follow the tubings of the patient. Yung tubings na naka-attach sa patient as well as yung naka-attach sa machine at naka-attach sa suction. Okay? Kasi ganito man ang itsura niya guys. This is your patient. Okay? And then this is the chest tube. And then, pwedeng magkaroon ng suction chamber or pwedeng wala. So, anong tubing ifa-follow mo? This tubing here, you follow this tubing, try mo i-trace kung nasaan ang location ng air leak as a management. O kung meron namang tubing attached to the suction, o suction, edi pwede mo din i-trace itong tubing dito to look for the leak. Okay? So, follow the tubing to locate the air leak. Why? An air leak is dangerous because that one can cause your tension pneumothorax. Tama? Kasi ngayon may air na pumapasok sa closed system mo. Yung air na yan, pag napuno niya na yung closed system mo, saan ang next pasok niya? Sa loob ba ng patient thorax? Yes. And pag nag-increase ang air sa thorax, is that gonna cause your tension pneumothorax? Yes. Okay, so yan. You are an air leak because of continuous bubbling observed in your water seal is dangerous. Okay? Guys, next. After you follow the tubing, the next thing you can do is to report to the doctor. Kasi kailangan niya ng bagong CTT ordered. Okay? So, yun ang gagawin natin dito. Ma'am, paano naman pag walang bubbling or oscillation or tidaling? Kasi sabi mo kanina initially, intermittent bubbling is normal and expected. And it should be present all the time. Yes. Pag if bubbling, oscillation, or tidaling is absent, guys, this can only mean two things. It's either good or bad. So, guys, pag good, what's the good thing about no more bubbling and oscillation or tidaling? This means, guys, that the lungs has fully re-expanded. meaning nag-inflate na ulit ang lungs mo. Why? Kasi meron ng positive for negative pressure. Ibig sabihin na re-establish na ang negative pressure sa pleural space mo. Kaya nag-re-expand na ang lungs, wala nang air to drain, okay? Kasi may negative pressure na nga, di ba? No more air to drain, edi wala nang bubbling, oscillation, and tidalling observed on the water seal. That's a good one. That's a good sign. Pero, a bad thing about this, kasi it can mean two things, tama? The one good, the other one, the bad one, is when there is an obstruction or kinks on the tubings of the system. Kaya nga, di ba, we have to make sure that the tubings are not kinked, are not obstructed, okay, because of the drainage na nade-drain natin from the patient. Okay, like, for example, if clot yan or blood clot, di ba? At nandoon siya sa tubing. Can that obstruct the tubing? Yes. Okay? So, ganun. Anong gagawin natin, guys? Pag may kink or may obstruction, you can observe absence of bubbling and oscillation or tidalling. Mawawala yan sa water seal. So, syempre, look for the obstruction or look for kinks and then maintain the patency of the tubing. Okay? So, anong gagawin mo dyan? Maintain patency of the tubing. And true enough, guys, true enough, maintaining patency of your chest tube thoracostomy is a priority in your CTT. Priority ang maintaining patency of the tubings of your CTT. Or else, if the patency of the CTT is not maintained kasi nagkaroon ng kinks, nagkaroon ng obstruction, that one still can cause your tension, pneumothorax. Okay? So, you can see the similarities of the concept here. Ang gusto nating i-avoid kapag nag-CTT tayo is a tension pneumothorax. Kasi guys, meron tayong access directly to the thoracic cavity of the patient. May tubings tayong nilagay dyan. Ngayon, pag palyado yung tubings na yun, para bang merong open pneumothorax ang pasyente natin. Okay? Kaya dapat working and patent ang mga tubes and ang system natin sa CTT para maiwasan natin ang tension pneumothorax. Okay? So, pag nagkaroon ng occlusion, nagkaroon ng kinks, ng obstruction, the tubings cannot sufficiently or properly drain excess air from the thoracic cavity of the patient. So, pag mag-increase ang air tension inside the chest of the patient because we cannot drain it, you can cause tension pneumothorax. E paano naman, pag yung tubings attached nga sa patient, pero merong air leak, merong air from the atmosphere that can enter the tubings na dapat closed system, that can also cause tension pneumothorax. See? So, ganun lang yung concept dito sa CTT. Yung gusto mong maiwasan is ang tension pneumothorax. Make sure that the tubings are not obstructed or kinked. And syempre, the next chamber is you have your chamber number 3. Guys, this one, it can be present, it can be absent. But nevertheless, kailangan kasama siya sa discussion. This is your suction chamber. So from the word itself, it's gonna suck a lot of excess air, okay? Anong sinasak niyan, guys? Air, syempre. Isasak niya ang excess air from the patient, okay? And here, guys, we have different kinds of suction chamber. The first one is you can either have a wet suction for your chamber 3. And pag sinabi mong wet suction, meaning, guys, may presence ng water. And the level of the water is the one that determines the level of suction. So, ibig sabihin, guys, pag elevated ang level ng water, elevated din ang suction. So, kung gusto mong bawasan ang suction, anong babawasan mo? Water, ang level ng water. Kung gusto mong i-increase ang suction, anong gagawin mo? Increase the level of the water. Where? In the wet suction of the chamber 3 of your chest tube thoracostomy. Malinaw ba? Yes, ganun yon. And then guys, in this one, in the wet suction, this is where you can observe. And it's normal to observe continuous or constant bubbling. Constant bubbling or oscillation or tidalling. Why? Kasi guys, in the wet suction, directly attached to suction yan. So pag may suction, meron bang sucking? Effect. Yes. So, kung may sucking effect, lagi bang may disruption sa water surface? Yes. Kaya ka may continuous or constant bubbling, oscillation, or tidaling. All because of the presence of a suction, a vacuum-like pressure disrupting the water surfaces. Okay? So, guys, normal yan. Okay? Saan hindi normal? Ang continuous or constant bubbling, oscillation, tidaling sa water seal. Okay? So, water seal. Pero saan siya normal? Kapag nasa chamber 3 because of suction. So, ma'am, paano ko matatandaan yan? Tandaan mo lang kung saan may constant na pressure, kung saan may suction. And suction can disrupt the water surface. Compare it with breathing, inhaling, exhaling, and coughing or sneezing na dapat intermittent. Okay? So, kailangan alam mo lang talaga ang principle na yun. Disruption of the water surface happens constantly in the presence of suction. Gets ba? Yes. Syempre, the number 2 kind of suction is you have your dry suction. So, from the word itself, dry suction, we do not use water here. We just directly attach it to the suction machine. So, that one is the one that's attached to a wall suction. And the suction pressure is according to the manufacturer's instruction or as ordered by the doctor. Okay? So, ganun lang ang concept nito, guys. And, very quick reminders for your CTT. This one, you have to know by heart for your CTT nurses. Listen, the first one, dapat meron kang mga bedside equipment. The first one, dapat meron kang bottle with sterile water na laman. Okay? Why? This one, guys, you can use this for accidental disconnection from the system. Ibig sabihin na disconnect ang system from the patient. That's the accidental disconnection from the system. So ngayon, ang tube naka-attach sa pasyente pero natanggal sa sistema. Anong gagawin mo? You submerge the tube inside the bottle with sterile water. Okay? To prevent pneumothorax tension. Okay? To prevent tension pneumothorax. Why, guys? Kasi if na-accidentally disconnect ang tubings from the system or your CTT, it can cause tension pneumothorax. So when that happens, right away, you submerge the tubings from the patient to the bottle with sterile water. Okay? And then the next one, letter B, dapat meron kang sterile gauze. And what kind of gauze do we use? We use the petrolatum gauze. Ayan. And remember here, when you're using gauze, you use this when there is accidental dislodgement of tubings. Ibig sabihin, yung tubings na nakadikit sa thorax ng pasyente mo ay natanggal. Okay? So, natanggal. Dislodged ang tubings from patient. And when that happens, what do? You place the sterile gauze or the petrolatum gauze in the butas. Yung butas na ginawa mo dyan na kung saan naka-attach yung tubings na natanggal. Okay? And make sure to tape 3 sides. Why? Why do you tape the 3 sides only? Because during inhalation, the patient will take in air from all the holes of the body. So that will include the nose, the mouth, and yung butas na ginawa mo. Okay? So pag inhale, papasok din yung air doon. Okay? So when that happens, dapat nakatape ang 3 sides. Why? Because during inhalation, that will close the hole. Because again, pag mag-inhale, lahat ng butas sa katawan ay papasok ang air. So, sa ilong, sa bunganga, at sa ginawa mong butas sa thorax. And pag the patient will exhale, that's the time the side na hindi na tape, di ba? Kasi tape 3 sides lang, will open to let air escape. Okay? It will allow for air to escape when you only tape the 3 sides. Malinaw? Kasi during exhalation, lalabas ang air sa lahat ng butas. So, that will include the holes of the nose and the hole on the thorax. Okay? Yan. Malinaw ba? Yes. That's why you only have to tape 3 sides here. Again, kung mapapansin mo, anong purpose nito? We want to prevent tension pneumothorax. Kapag natanggal yung tubings from the patient, di papasok ngayon lahat ng air, di ba? Sa kanyang thoracic cavity. So, dapat you apply your petrolatum gauze. And then, number 2, ano pa? Yung concept about clamping. In clamping, guys, it's never a rule to clamp. Never clamp unless. Number one, when you are changing the system or the drainage because puno na, correct? Yes. And number two, when you are checking for air leaks. So that's the only time you are allowed to clamp when you are changing the system as ordered. And when you're checking for air leaks because there is constant bubbling, tidling, and oscillation where in the water seal chamber. Chamber number 2. Very good. Okay? Saan mo ika-clamp? Kapag nag-check ka for air leak, syempre i-clamp mo sa patient. Clamp the tubing near the patient to check for air leak. Okay? And then follow the tubes so that you can see where the air is coming from. Okay? So, yung air, you can hear that as a sucking sound. Parang may sucking sound ka na narinig. Okay? So, that's how you want to detect the air leak from your chest tube thoracostomy. Again, what's the reason why we avoid clamping and we never clamp unless these two things are met? Because we want to avoid tension pneumothorax. When you clamp it, you cannot allow the air to escape from the chest of the patient. You cannot drain air, so that can cause air to increase in the thoracic cavity, causing tension pneumothorax. Okay, so ulit-ulit na concept yan because that's the one we want to avoid here in your CTT, guys. And then number 3, guys, you palpate the insertion site for what? This term, crepitus. Crepitus, this is the crackling sound in the area of insertion or the insertion site. Ibig sabihin yan, pumasok na ang air in the saan? Subcutaneous tissue. Air in the subcutaneous tissue that will produce your crepitus. You call that your subcutaneous emphysema. So, ibig sabihin, guys, in your subcutaneous area, there's air trapping. Because emphysema means air trapping. So, subcutaneous emphysema is precisely air trapping in the subcutaneous tissue. Okay? So, yan, guys. When that happens, what can you do? Syempre, guys, you can manage as well. So, you can oxygenate the patient. Touch them to nasal can, 1 to 2 liters per minute nasal can. And then you can also increase the suction. You can expect that the physician will order to increase the suction on the suction chamber, okay, as ordered. That will pull in more excess air and reduce the air from entering the subcutaneous tissue causing your subcutaneous emphysema. Okay, malinaw ba? Yes. So, number 4, guys, pag nag-order ang doktor to remove suction, ano ang gagawin natin? Because sometimes the doctor will order to remove the suction or the chamber number 3. Tatanggalin mo na yung suction doon. Okay? You stop the suction from chamber number 3. When this is ordered, ano ang gagawin mo, guys? Ang gagawin mo, you allow the tubing to be open to atmosphere. Why? When you allow the tubings to open to the atmosphere, this is going to allow the air to escape. So, in-order yan ng doktor when the doctor assesses the patient na pwede nang tanggalin sa suction yung tubings ng patient mo. So, pag nangyari yan, ito lang gagawin mo. Allow the tubings to be open to atmosphere to allow for air to escape from the thorax of the patient. Kasi if you do not open it to the atmosphere, the air from the thoracic cavity cannot escape. That one can cause, yes, you get it right, tension pneumothorax. Okay? And then, guys, number 5, you keep tubings below chest level. That one is important to allow for gravity to pull excess water. Okay? Via virtue of gravity to drain it properly. And number 6, guys, you instruct the patient deep breathing exercises and you allow the patient to cough and Q2 positioning changes. So, every 2 hours, change the patient's position provided that you maintain the patency of the tubing and prevent it from being dislodged from the patient. Etong tatlo na to, guys, this will improve lung expansion. Okay? It can help lung re-expansion. Masulat ko, can allow for lung re-expansion. And syempre, what are the things that we have to note when we have to notify MD? Kailan ba natin ginagawa yan? Guys, number 1, kapag nagkaroon ng tracheal deviation. So, pag sinabi mong tracheal deviation, the trachea, dapat midline. Ano nangyari? Nag-deviate to the, saan mo makikita guys? Unaffected area. Why? Because the lungs na na-collapse, nag-accumulate yung air doon. That's the affected area. Pag nag-accumulate ang air, the tension and the pressure will increase. That tension and pressure will push the mediastinum, the organs in the middle area, to the unaffected area. Kaya ka merong tracheal deviation. Okay? So, ganun ang nangyayari dito. So, you have to report to the doctor when that happens because that's an example of your tension pneumothorax. Ano pa? Number 2. Ano pa? Kapag ikaw nagkaroon ng respite distress. Kapag ang pasyente nagkaroon ng respite distress or nagkaroon ng desaturations despite your chest tube thoracostomy management, report to the physician right away. Number 3, kapag merong more than 72 100 ml in 1 hour within 24 hours post-op. Tama? That's the one we report to the doctor as well. Ano pa? Kapag number 4 na dislodge ang tubings from the patient. You also have to notify the doctor. Pero guys, ano ang first management natin as nurses on the nursing side kapag nagkaroon ng dislodgement? That's the term, dislodge. Pag ang word dislodge, ang ibig sabihin natanggal ang tubings sa pasyente. Okay? Natanggal ang attachment. So guys, the first is your gauze. Tama? Yung gauze mo, yung taping 3 sides of your petrolatum gauze. Do you have to notify the doctor as well? Yes. But the first thing, gauze application, tape 3 sides. And then number 5, ano pa? Kapag na-disconnect naman. Disconnect naman guys, saan? From the CTT. So, naka-attach pa yung tube sa pasyente pero natanggal siya from the chest tube thoracostomy. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng disconnect na word when you're talking about CTT. Pero my first nursing management, di ba tayo dito? The first management is dapat ilagay mo siya sa bottle with sterile water. The first thing you do as nurses kapag na-disconnect ang patient from the CTT is to submerge the tubings in the bottle with sterile water and then you notify MD, correct? Yes. And then number 6, guys, you pag walang drainage within the first 24 hours post-op, that's the time you also have to report to the doctor. Okay? And guys, lastly, when we are removing your CTT, what are the instructions we have to follow? We have to tell the patient. Guys, you instruct the patient to bear down during removal. Because bearing down, that one can prevent air entry to the insertion site when you're removing the CTT kasi nag-re-expand na ang lungs niya, na-re-establish na ang negative pressure, okay? So, guys, instruct the patient, ma'am, bear down during removal, okay? Bear down. Why? Because that will prevent the air entry and then, therefore, can prevent your pneumothorax. That's why you have to instruct the patient to bear down when you're already removing your chest tubes from the patient. So that's all for your CTT, guys, and I hope you learned. Bye!